So here we go, last lap of the session.
Keep after, bud, about 5 away.
Blew it. Yep, choke, choke, choke. Let's nail the pit stop. Blew that as well. Okay, well that's it I think for the week. Wouldn't you know it? Shaved. Shaved what? Let's have a look. Shaved not a lot. Okay, I really should go to bed. Really should go to bed. However, if we all agree, okay, there's only 22 minutes in that session, so if we all agree that there's absolutely no way whatsoever I'm going to watch the rest of Dawn of Planet of the Apes, not tonight, that then means I can push it to 11:30, iron my shirt, be in bed by midnight. Sounds like a plan. And since we all want to see if once and for all I can sort that damned lap out. When I say we all, I mean me, myself and I. The rest of you are just sitting there thinking, don't I have anything more constructive to be doing with my evening? Wow, where do you all come from? Hi Akbar, Balakar, Ad in Theory, Agadoo. Agadoo's been here before, definitely. Bob a bit. Shamade 166, Aaron, Fred Gig I8. Okay, where did that username come from? Orch, Chem, Allow, Priority 1, Son of More, you've been here before, and the Thompson. There must be someone that sits down watching as people put in their usernames, scratching their heads thinking, where did that one come from? But then some of the suggestions it gives you when someone else has already got your name are ridiculous as well. I've had some seriously interesting, I'm going to go with,
He's in the middle of the
usernames.
track.
Okay. Well, don't speed up to catch up to the mark. See, I want my 43. I've got red bloodshot eyes, sore throat from sitting here for hours, I think the track, I'm not saying it owes me, but it could at least take pity on me. Although I suppose I haven't been sat doing a 24-hour race like the rest of them today, so can't really complain. So I need to stretch from RE, don't want to catch Fernando. Hopefully Fernando is faster than us. Of course, I'm only a tenth off my fastest because it's an outlap. Okay, catching Fernando, don't want to do that.
Very slow on the right.
Don't know if I messed up those sectors or took an interesting new line through them. Interesting new line.
But just start keeping an eye on that fuel pressure light for me. One on the right side. Clear.
Okay.
Left side. Under clear, clear. He's moving, he's moving.
Uh-oh.
Get back after it.
Thanks for the follow, guys. Appreciate it. Uh-oh. How many times have you guys heard me say uh-oh tonight?
Get that rhythm back.
Hey, Fred. Okay, the draft definitely helped. Although,
On
excuse
your
me,
right.
sorry. The
All clear.
frustrating thing is
Keep coming. Left side. You're clear.
Sorry.
no problem. The frustrating part is my optimal is without a draft. I just get 2 sectors that I can nail every time I turn up at a track. Well, I say 2 sectors, not 2 sectors. 60 to 70% of the lap. It doesn't matter which track it is. And through the session, it's never the same 2 sections that I nail.
Left side. You're clear, clear.
And I rarely ever take the same level of confidence with the car into a race. I say confidence, others call it liberties. Because this thing feels really, really nice when it's balanced perfectly, which I'm not achieving. But of all the cars in iRacing that I've driven, it's the one that actually feels like it's back coming round.
Nice and easy, bud. Back it up.
Yeah,
Slow it down.
it's the one that actually feels like it's on tyres. And that the steering is actually connected. Uh-oh, please don't take me to one. I've got to beat him down there. Yeah, and that the steering's actually connected to the front wheels rather than breeze blocks. Ah, Mark.
Stay on course. Gonna be pitting here in a couple of laps, just be aware.
Just couldn't quite get the turn in right. So I went couldn't stay on the brakes long enough, then stayed on too long. Missed all the apexes. Practice. If you'd have been here earlier today, you would have seen me attempt to qualify. That was embarrassing. And then the race was, yeah, let's not talk about it. Actually, no, let's. So I raced here yesterday in the sim race, says Asia race. That didn't go well. I didn't see a car coming down my inside into turn 1 because I was taking that line I just took, that wide arcing one, to try and carry A, apex speed, and B, get the car straightened up for the exit. But a BMW just hugged the tight line and I didn't see him, so we came together. I turned into him, I think. Although I was already turning in and then my spotter said, inside, which was a bit late. So that was embarrassing. Then I was out all night. I say all night, I'm getting far too old for late night, so coming home at 3 o'clock in the morning is far too late for me. And raced today, and it was a bad idea. My reflexes were all off. I was getting stutters and that didn't help, but what happened, I ended up coming through there first lap or second lap, got a slow down because a car was on my inside and took a weird line through there. Just like all through the session, I tried to blend out of the throttle, served it without lifting too much and getting hit from behind, and it didn't clear because obviously it was the first lap. So I ended up having to stop. Uh-oh. I was the #1 car in the session, so it wasn't the strongest strength of field. But I was fortunate others just fell off the track. And although I think I finished 18th, I still made 5 IR and only lost about 17 safety rating through some ridiculous 10 inks I picked up through that bus stop. So I figured if I'm going to possibly attempt to race tomorrow, I really need to put some laps in and get back into a comfort zone. Because even in the race, I was driving. Where'd all the time go, you idiot? I was driving like I was taking my test. I was so circumspect and braking so early that I was getting passed into every turn. I knew that was going to be so.
5-minute entry to pit road, man. We're getting close.
Didn't pick the throttle up through the middle. So yeah, so right now what I'm trying to do is retrain my muscle memory for the lap. Broke far too much. Far too much. Okay, 7 minutes left. Let's get a clean car. What always winds me up is this isn't a car or tyre model car combination where a slow outlap gives you a fast time, so that's not the reason. But no matter what the car is, I'm amazing in comparison to my other laps, but I'm amazing on an outlap when there's no pressure. I can nail every apex, get the car in a nice little drift. As soon as I cross the start-finish line and we're keeping score, I choke. And I've got loads of books on my bookshelf all about calming the inner self and being confident and blah blah blah. And then you turn up in a session and some 12-year-old with absolutely no fear, goes and puts a second on you, and then complains that the car feels weird. That's soul destroying. Miss the apex there. Oh, took liberties there.
Just start looking at your pin end. We're a few laps out.
So this will give an indication of how much time was made with the draft. See, not as much as you'd think. Had to hesitate, I was starting to spin.
Man.
Oh, you idiot, that was the last lap you were going to get in. Oh well. I'll take the 44 one. Oops. And call that a result for the week. Hey, thanks for the follow, Thel Jager. Actually, let's see how many others I can now thank. Now that I don't actually have to read and drive. So, Feld Jaeger, thank you very much. X Figgy, thank you. Orc, thank you. Fred, Jammy Dodger, Ryan, Johnny, Logan Killer. Everybody, thank you for the follow. think next week's at Zolder. Not my favourite track in the world. No, not Zolder, Zandvoort. See, it wasn't really the toe that helps with that lap. It's actually for once, I say for once, in some sectors I've got one accident eye, otherwise the lap would have been clean, I think, coming out of the bus stop. I absolutely took birdies, as they say, with the apex. Well, let's save that lap, because I need to remember how I did it if I try tomorrow. So to the end of the lap. So imagine that the first lap, that's the best time. Spend the rest of the session messing up, trying to get back close to it, and failing miserably. So let's save that. Time is it? 6:30. Gotta call it a night. I can't keep saying one more lap, one more lap.
Drivers may get out.
So thank you everybody for hanging out. I'm sure that now you've just sat and watched me embarrass myself. I'm sure there'll be somebody else online who's probably about to start a race. So enjoy your weeks, and again, as I said, I probably won't be on midweek. I'll try, but I might not be, so it's more likely that I'll be back next weekend. So have a good one, and good night.